I've got a robotic lawnmower that it has a lot of trouble parking itself. So
Oh, gosh.
the fear of robots taking over is not very strong with me because my poor robot lawnmower has a lot of trouble.
Hi.
Good morning.
It's so lovely to
Keep
meet you.
saying good morning. It's not morning.
Definitely the
Hello.
afternoon now. Hello. Nice to meet you.
It's eternally morning to me. I don't know why.
Yes, well, it's not that sunny a day, but we can pretend it's sunny so it's morning.
Let's do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's nice. I love that. My name's Olivia, and I'm with Cineworld, and we're very excited to be bringing The Wild Robot to the big screen. I've got a little task for you today.
Okay.
I'm going to hand over some paper and some pens, and we were wondering if you could draw your favourite character from The Wild Robot kind of throughout the interview.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
I'm
at the
gonna
end
have to
we'll
speak and
do
draw.
Yeah, I know, it's a
Will this
multitasking
work?
challenge.
I can't write and speak because I'm trying to sign my name, but I'm saying something. I begin to write down what I'm saying, but I think I can draw while
I believe in you.
Speak.
It's going to be great.
Okay.
There's some pens. There's
All right.
Sharpies in the middle and then colourful ones
Ooh, all
on
right.
the edge. And then, at the end we'll get you to show it and kind of talk about why it's your favourite character.
Okay.
So Wild Robot is a beautiful film. I mean, the animation style is so unique. How did you approach the way you wanted to animate Wild Robot with the kind of what could be considered something quite stiff, which is a robot with the beautiful nature?
Yeah, so there's a naturalistic side, of course, a core to this story which Peter Brown created. So we had this immediate need for like a more naturalistic environment, which really pointed the way for the way that we styled the entire film, because we wanted this more soft, sophisticated style so that people really felt as immersed as possible and as lost in the forest as we could make them feel, because we wanted people, I think, to feel like Roz felt, because she's obviously like, she's in the wrong place and she's lost in the forest. Yeah, so I think that led the styling to where it was.
I couldn't agree. Well, I feel like Roz is such a relatable character as well. What do you think is so special about kind of directing an animated movie?
I think the stylistic opportunities, there's something inherent in animation that makes it just very timeless, I think. But also there's a purity and an immediacy to it that there's like, I think, no equal to. Yeah. So I think animation has a clarity, a power, and a way of enduring. Yeah. That I think is singular.
I love that. Sense. The immediacy is kind of funny because I'm making you immediately draw something right now in animation. And I'm
trying to draw a good drawing.
Yeah, I can see it coming together. I'm very excited. The voice cast of this movie is incredible. You've got Lupita Nyong'o as Roz, you've got Kit Connor, I mean, you've got Pedro Pascal. How did you know these were the kind of perfect people to voice these lead characters?
Well, full credit to our amazing casting director, Christy Soper, who led us to these amazing voices, and we were very, very fortunate that our very first and best choices, everyone said yes to doing the film, and that's just the beginning of the journey. Because once we cast a role, we then customize it, and I'll immediately go back in the script and do my best to, in a way, predict where that particular voice might go and try to shape it to them. But of course, there's nothing like the actual day when you're there in the recording booth and like Catherine O'Hara is doing her lines. Yes. You're going to invent, you're going to customize, you're going to improvise, and you're going to reshape everything at that point. Yeah. And in the case of Roz, which was one of the core characters, it was an ongoing process that lasted years, the discovery and the invention and the deciphering of that particular character.
I will protect him.
Find that inside you. You should work on that.
With it being a new animated movie that's kind of been molded from beginning to end, what can audiences expect when they come and see it at the cinema?
I think they're going to be absolutely surprised and blown away by the entire story, the emotionality of it, the depth of it, but just even the visuals and the music that are like, it is genuinely and legitimately epic, I think. It's like nothing else I've ever been involved in.
I mean, I found the story, I was brought to tears at 3 different points. It was so beautiful. What do you think makes the story so special and to resonate with audiences?
I think that what Peter created has a great sincerity to it, and I was very, very focused on maintaining that sincerity. because the story itself it's a story of a bit of an accidental like mom. You know, Roz
Yeah.
becomes a mother to this little gosling, which she did not sign up for. She's not programmed to do, and for those reasons, there's a lot of relatability, an unusual amount of relatability, I think, in this particular story. Whether you are a parent or a kid, or you're about to be a parent, or you're just an adult who used to be a kid, there's going to be something that you're going to really connect with. And
Yeah.
I've never worked in a story that had that kind of relatability before. So the story itself I find incredibly compelling. You know, a lost robot just trying to figure out what she's supposed to be doing and where she is and trying to figure out her place in the world. But on top of that, these very, very, very immediate and relatable themes of parenthood and having to let go at a certain point.
Yeah. I mean, it's a story of kind of self-development on so many different levels as well, isn't it? Like, I kind of walked out and I was like, I remember being a kid and now I have more responsibility as an adult and I relate more to the adult character. And yeah, it was incredible to kind of see that throughout the film.
That's a really good way to put it, actually, yeah.
I mean, at Cineworld, we're going to be playing Wild Robot in 4DX. Have you been to a 4DX cinema before?
I don't think I have.
So it's a cinema where the seats move in time with the action, kind of like robots.
Oh, no, I've never done, no, I haven't. I'd love, really,
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
So we've got kind of water and wind and seats moving in time with the action on screen. I mean, it's going to be an incredible way to see the Wild Robot. I was just wondering, why do you think this movie would work so well in that kind of cinema?
You know, we did our very, very best, again, to, I think, with the style of the film and the cinematography and the way that we shot it, to immerse people and get them really lost in the forest. Our whole dream, and one of the things I talked about at the very beginning was, my dream would be for people to see this film and when they leave the cinema, be a bit shocked to return to the real world and be that lost in the forest and lost in the story. So anything that would increase that kind of immersion, I think, would just make that effect, I think, more prominent, which would be amazing.
With the kind of the way that society is right now, we have a lot of sort of robots in our society, and Alexa and, you know, Tesla recently released their new robot. Do you think that robots like Roz might start to become more of what we experience within kind of the world we live in?
And it's gonna creep in, I think, slowly and find its equilibrium. Certainly, when I go down to there's a city in Los Angeles called Santa Monica, and that's a place where you can see a lot of these little robots that deliver things autonomously, and that was like really interesting and shocking to me when I first saw it. And the thing I didn't expect was that my heart breaks every time I see one because it feels like a little kid.
Yeah.
Because they're all by themselves and they're little and they're cute and they have these little headlights that look like eyes, and they all have a little flag so they don't get lost in traffic. And like, oh my God, I can barely talk about it right now.
Oh my gosh. I'm getting emotional about this listening to you
robots
talk about
need
it.
our help. You know, I've got a robotic lawnmower that has a lot of trouble parking itself. So the fear of robots taking over is not very strong with me because my poor robot lawnmower has a lot of trouble. It gets
we've
lost.
got a while to go still.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to see the drawing you've created. If you could tell us
So I did a
about
quick
the
drawing of
character.
Think.
That's stunning. Oh my gosh.
Enough time to add a little bit of color.
Yes, beautiful. Well, thank you so much. Absolutely love that drawing. Thank you. It's been so lovely to chat to you, and we can't wait to bring the Wild Robot to the big screen.
Oh, thank you.
I am a wild robot.